Okay, let's make sure Facebook is ready and we are good to go. Just give me 1 second here. All right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Fatima, hey, hey, hey. Thank you for being on. Okay, we are ready to go here. Everything's up and set. So, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello, how are things going with you? I am Shirley Osborne, and this is Elevation 2023, our February Lives, as you will remember. And this is day number 13. It's February 13th, which means that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And remember that during the week, we are doing, every week, we spend one day working on each of the 5 areas that we're working on this year, throughout the year: health, style, wealth, personal power, and relationships. And so today, this week, we're working on those 5 in that same sequence. But because it's Valentine's Day, should we say Valentine's week? That makes sense? Yeah. We're going to talk, we're going to get really, really personal. And today, talking about health and the state of your body and what it does to your mind. So what I have here is a 10-pound weight. I used to go to a gym. One of the gym I used to go to in Phoenix when I lived there, in the early parts of my living there, was right soon after I moved to Phoenix, actually. We had Sergeant Sherry in the mornings. And Sergeant Sherry, we were doing aerobics with Sergeant Sherry, and with step aerobics in particular, and with weights. And one morning, I was having a hard time, and I picked up a 5-pound weight. She said, "No, no, 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 Osborne, what is this? What do you think you're doing here? Come on, girl, get." And she gave me a 10-pound weight. I struggled with it that morning because that morning I was struggling anyway. And but she pushed me and pushed me and pushed me, and I got through that, and that set me up for the rest of the week. What Sherry did was I'm not sure she's aware of it, but she didn't know what was going on with me. But what she ultimately did was having me push my body through that morning, lifted something that was happening in my mind. So today I chose the theme Mens sana in corpore sano, which means healthy mind in healthy body, sound mind in sound body. Because the reality is that how we feel, what's going on in our minds, affects our bodies, and the other way around. So when our bodies are healthy, our minds work better. And when our minds are healthy, we get our bodies to work better. And the fact of the matter is that bodies matter. The health of your body matters, really, really matters. And I know that as women, we get all these messages about how your body's supposed to look. There are some groups that think it's supposed to be skinny and flat. There's something is supposed to be big and curvy and round. There's some who, like long legs and like big boobs and who like makeup and no makeup. Those who want you half naked all the time, and those who want you covered up except not even your eyes. The woman's body, the female body, suffers. I don't know how else to put it. Women have a hard time with so many things, including our bodies. And so what I'm interested in, particularly where hey Theo, what's up? Where all this is hi there. Where all this is concerned is not what people think our body is supposed to be, how it's supposed to look, but how we feel about our bodies. And by that, I don't mean how we feel, whether they fit the mold, the requirements, or anything like that. What I mean is how we feel about them. Do we feel good in them? Do we feel healthy and happy? Yesterday morning, I went to the beach. It's Sunday morning because I'm in the Caribbean at the moment. This is one of the places where I live. Walking on the beach, and I was working through some stuff in my head. And I remembered, because recently, the last few months, I've been investigating the silver method of mind control. And it's one of those things that help you with getting control of your mind. You've heard me talk about this before, getting control of your mind. And no, not letting the monkey mind that Buddhists talk about just kind of do whatever it wants with you. Being intentional about what you think and how you think it and how you use your mind. And so I'd been having some slight health challenges recently. A few weeks ago, I basically overdid on a food that I really, really like. I spent 2 full days eating nothing but that food. It was a soup, except it's very salty soup. And so I ended up having to have a conversation with the doctor about the salt content of my body and whatever. Anyhow, um, that got me worried though, because if my body is so sensitive, then it probably means that my body's sensitive. My body is, stuff could happen. And I don't want stuff happening to my body. I want to be healthy until the minute I die. I want to die on my feet. I want to die healthy. And so every time every illness freaks me out. I have to tell you, illness freaks me out. Injuries, no. Last couple of years ago, I fell and busted my brain, busted my head. And I wasn't terribly worried about the injury. But because I'd hit my head, I had these dizzy spells for a little bit. Well, not dizzy spells. If I moved too fast, if I moved too suddenly, my head would spin because something had moved inside my brain. The doctor explained it to me, and I don't need to go into medical terms, but that's what was happening. And that was what was freaking me out. Not the pain from the injury. And I got 6 stitches in my lip. I mean, just today I was talking about how many injuries I've had. I broke my arm. I pulled my shoulder out of place. I busted my knee twice in 1 year, by the way. Had all kinds of things. Fell off a horse. And I busted my upper lip long time ago playing cricket. And so my upper lip is, it's got this strange, this different. If you see pictures of me, I see photographs of me when I'm 12, 13, 15 or so, you'll see my lips look very different. And then I got this accident and I busted the top one and the shape changed. And I fell off the horse the other day and got 6 stitches in the lower lip. So that's changed also. And fine with my scars, my injuries. I'm not worried about injuries. You either get better or you don't. It's the diseases that bother me. And so last month when I had this episode and I thought there was something going on with my body that I was not in control of, that would just happen, it freaked me out. And I've been managing it and it's doing fine. I'm doing fine. Thank you, those of you who are concerned. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling better. My body's doing better. I'm not having those issues anymore. My blood pressure settled down. My head's not freaking me out anymore. But I'm still very conscious about my health and about this scare I had just so recently. So Sunday morning, walking on the beach, I was working through some of the self-talk about my body and how, my whatever control, whatever influence I could possibly have over my health. And at one point, I jumped off a rock. This was down in Isles Bay, Theo. You know where that is. I jumped off a rock and landed and got up feeling. I straightened up, just feeling so good all of a sudden. As if my body something had shifted inside me. And I felt good. I felt confident and safe and healthy, which I had not really felt in the last month because I was so concerned. Yesterday, I had this feeling, yeah, okay, I'm good. My body's going to be fine. I'm doing what I need to do. I've taken control and my body is responding. But I'm clear that it's responding because in my head, I was managing it. I was dealing with it. I had talked myself into getting over that fear that I'm losing my body, I'm losing my health, that I got over that. But it seemed to happen in a split second. Of course, it didn't happen in a split second. I had been doing the work on my mind about my body. And so when I thought about what to do today, I changed what I had in mind for today and decided to talk about this. Healthy mind and healthy body. The two are connected, deeply connected like this. They are one and the same thing. And I want us to understand that, especially because women, we so often fail to take the best care of our bodies because we're taking care of everybody else's bodies. We drive children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews and godchildren to football and to cricket and to tennis, and we take them to dance class and we give them gifts of tennis rackets and all kinds of cool things. But we don't do that. We take them to the beach and watch them swim while we sit on the beach and watch them. Yeah. One of the things I'm really glad my mother did for me, she took us walking a lot. My mother loved to hike, and she took us walking a lot out in the relative wilds of Montserrat. She was always going somewhere. And so on holiday weekends, Easter weekend, weekend, Labor Day weekend, we were going hiking somewhere. And she always did walking just around. On a Sunday afternoon, she'd go for a walk and take us with her. So I grew up conscious of my body being healthy. The times when, like everybody else, I've had my really low moments. There have been moments in my life I thought, I don't give a shit what happened. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm sick of that. And there were times I didn't want to get out of bed in the mornings. There were times when I felt so just fed up and depressed, and so much like I'm failing at the things that are important to me, that I did not want to get out of bed. I'd stay in bed all day. Or walk around in a bit of a daze, kind of, But throughout all of that, one of the things that I never stopped doing was taking care of my body. One of the things I never stopped doing was walking, was going to the gym, was dancing. Remember when my father died? My father died in 2011, the day after New Year's Day. So we spent the whole Christmas. We spent the whole Christmas, the whole of the holiday season, hanging with my father. He was dying. He knew that. He told us that. He was aware. He said he wasn't afraid. He's done what he needed to do, and it's time, and so on. But we were not ready. While my father was sick, I walked. We did this. We had a schedule for attending him in hospital. Of course, he had the nurses and everybody, but there was at least one of us was with him at some point. There was no 24 hours there was no time when he was left alone. So one of us was always there. So we worked on a schedule. When I got off shift, when I came off my shift, or before I went on, mostly when I came off, the first thing I'd do was go walk. I didn't live in Kentucky, but he was in the hospital because he had come to the US for medical treatment, then found out he was kind of and I'd get back to my sister's house, put on my shoes, and walk every day. And after he died, that's what I did again. I kept doing that. And that is what got me through. Taking care of my body helped me take care of my mind, helped me process the grief. Apart from the fact that walking is a meditation, right? So it helps you order your thoughts. Not having feeling good in my body, feeling strong in my body helped me order my mind. When my mom died 2 years ago, on the other hand, my mom died a few weeks after I had my head injury, and I was still wobbly. I was not well, and I was worried that I would not be well. I was going through a really tough time, And what I did, even with my head in the condition it was, I walked. I couldn't dance. I couldn't ride horses. I couldn't jump around too much. So I walked. I kept my heart beating. And I kept my body strong. I used weights, right? To make sure my muscles stayed strong. That didn't require jumping around. Working with weights is rhythmic, and it's pretty easy. The weights could be heavy, but it's easy. I kept doing that, and the discipline of doing that helped me order my mind. I got back to my right mind, my leveled mind, by continuing to take care of my body. And my body being healthy, hey there, thank you. My body being healthy boosted the health of my mind. They go together. The process of The process of, hey, Lawrence, the process of taking care of my body is one aspect of it. The feeling strong in my body and knowing that my body is strong is another aspect of my sound, my healthy mind. So the sound body helps you have a sound mind in at least two ways. In at least two ways. The confidence, when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to drag yourself out of bed because you're sick. You're not in, well, pain maybe, but you're not. You wake up and you have the energy and the vitality to do what you need to do with your life. That keeps your mind level. That is basic. Once you got that, anything else, you can take care of pretty much anything else. It's getting dark outside, so we're losing light. But so I'll move a little bit more quickly. The confidence of having a strong body, a healthy body, is enormously setting. You might not think about it when you're healthy. You've gone through, you're young, or you've been through your youth and stayed healthy. While you're healthy, you don't think about it. When you get sick, though, when you get sick and you don't have the energy, the vitality, or even the will to even, then it comes to mind. And you realize how deeply connected they are, how important it is to have a healthy body, and how it's connected to your mind. Because when you don't feel good, you don't want to do anything. When you don't want to do anything, you feel bad because you really should do something. And then you feel even worse because you feel like you're failing because you're not doing what you should do. You don't have any discipline. You should do it, but you're not doing it. And then you cycle and cycle and cycle, and it pulls you down. When you do it, you push yourself and you do it, it strengthens you. And as your body strengthens, your mind settles, because the obverse. You have the discipline to do what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. That both of them make you feel good. You're doing what you know what you're supposed to do, which makes you feel good. You're doing what you're supposed to do, which makes you feel good. You have the discipline. You know you have the discipline. You are demonstrating to yourself the discipline to do what needs to be done. All of that. And then the end result is that your body stays strong. So you're being successful. And so your mind is strengthened. So what I want to say to you before we lose light here completely, because I'm facing the window. What I want to say to you is, whatever else you do or do not do, take the very best care of your health. Your health is not just about your body. It's not just about your muscles and your bone and whether you can sit up straight, whether you have the energy, the physical energy to run around. It's about how your mind works. And one of the simplest ways to put it, when you feel good, you are nicer to people. Think about it. Think about it. When you are happy and you feel good, everything is a breeze. Anything is, you can conquer worlds. You feel sad, you feel angry, you feel bad about something, and everything is worthless and the whole world is like that. What the hell is the point? So you work on it from every angle. Work on your body, work on your mind. The healthier your body is, the healthier your mind is. And we both know it's easier, as painful as it might be to be doing reps with 10-pound weights or whatever. It is less painful. It's much easier than to force yourself to feel good. Forcing yourself to feel good, not having healthy ways to feel good, it gets you into substance abuse and all kinds of things, and just plain misery. So take care of your body. Take care of your body for the person you love most in the entire world, which should be you. Remember that exercise from last week? If I ask you, who do you love? And the first response is not, I love me. If I ask you to list the people you love and your first response is not, I love me, we got work to do. So love yourself. Show yourself how much you love yourself by giving yourself the chance, giving yourself every opportunity, every chance. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. When you got your mind ordered and your body strong enough to carry it out, living gets to be easy. You can figure anything out. You fall into whatever hole, you can pull yourself out. So go walk. If nothing else, go walk. 10-pound weights, 15-pound weights, do them whatever you want, pull them up, do all kinds of things, do your lunges, your squats, go to hot yoga. Hot yoga is amazing. I did that right after my father died. I went to hot yoga, left myself in a puddle on the floor for days, day after day after day. And every time I came out, I was a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter. All right, folks. Thank you so, so, so very much. Fatima, my lovely. It is so good. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, everybody. I said Fatima because, well, she knows how I feel about her. I haven't seen her in ages. So I haven't been in Phoenix since I left Phoenix in August. I haven't been back yet. I'll be back soon, but I haven't been back there yet. I should have been there last week, and then travel things got all undone. But go walk. Take care of yourself. Look after yourself. Love yourself. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Wake up in the morning. Or if you're up at midnight, say, Happy Valentine, my darling, and give yourself a hug. I'll see you tomorrow. Take good care.